This episode of FineScale Modeler's New Product Rundown features Tamiya's M10, Hasegawa's Big Zero, AFV Club's M60A2, and Eduard's Nieuport 11.
Welcome to the New Product Rundown, FineScale Modeler's twice-monthly examination of the latest kits and accessories. I'm Elizabeth Nash, here with my lackey, Aaron Skinner. Take it away, Aaron.
Let's start this episode with a look at Tamiya's latest military miniature, a 1/35th scale M10 tank destroyer.
Based on the M4A2 chassis, the M10 featured a 3-inch main gun and a rotating open-top turret and sloped armor all the way around.
M10s entered service with the U.S. Army in North Africa in March 1943.
From there, the effective vehicles would take part in Allied operations in Italy, Normandy, southern France, Belgium, Germany, and the Pacific.
Typical of Tamiya kits, the M10 features beautifully molded parts. The upper hull has good engine grills and locators for the extra armor mounting bosses.
Like Tamiya's recent Shermans, the M10's lower hull consists of a bottom plate, side panels, a differential cover, and rear panel.
The VVSS units have 2-part wheels and 8-part bogies with crisp detail.
Nicely molded vinyl tracks wrap the running gear, which is left movable thanks to vinyl polycaps in the idlers and sprockets.
The open-top turret means much of the interior is on display, including the floor of the fighting compartment, the engine bulkhead, and stored rounds in the sponsons.
There's even a toothed turret race.
Spare tracks and fuel filler caps, lights, and tools finish the hull.
The hull crew hatches can be posed open, and periscopes are provided to detail the interior faces.
Inside the turret, construction starts with the gun breech and associated controls.
Ready rounds, stowage boxes, seats, a Thompson machine gun, and fire extinguisher fill the turret walls.
Counterweights and the main gun and mantlet finish the turret.
Figures for the commander, loader, and gunner fill the fighting compartment.
Decals provide markings for 2 American M10s in Northwest Europe after D-Day.
One from the 634th Tank Destroyer Battalion, 1st Infantry Division in Aachen, Germany in October 1944.
The other from the 601st Tank Destroyer Battalion, 3rd Infantry Division in southern France in August 44.
This looks like another well-engineered kit from Tamiya and should be a fun build.
Hasegawa celebrates its 75th anniversary this year with all new kits,
including our next subject, the 1/32nd scale A6 M5C Zero Type 52.
Designed to improve the Zero's performance against newer American fighters, the A6 M5 first flew in 1943.
Changes included rounded short wings and new exhaust pipes, which redirected hot air along the fuselage.
Those alterations gave the A6 M5 a 12-mile-per-hour speed increase over previous versions.
Hasegawa's new Zero is nicely constructed with good detail and has a straightforward approach to construction.
Cockpit detail includes sidewall frames, bulkheads, controls, and seat.
The instrument panel has decal dials and the butt of the Cal machine gun.
The fuselage halves show beautiful fine recessed panel lines and fasteners.
Heavy-duty braces sandwiched inside the fuselage add strength to the airframe.
A one-piece lower wing establishes dihedral.
Detailed parts supply the main wheel wells before the upper wings are added.
None of the control surfaces are separate.
The detailed landing gear includes brake lines.
Optional doors allow the gear to be posed up for the aircraft in flight.
The well-appointed engine features full banks of cylinders, push rods, intake and exhaust manifolds, and a sharp crankcase.
Optional parts provide open and closed cowl flaps
that fit in a one-piece cowl.
Slide-molded guns arm the wings.
And there's a drop tank for the belly, complete with braces.
Clear parts supply the armored windshield, 2-part canopy, gun sight glass, and lights.
And a figure with 3 optional heads can crew the fighter.
Decals provide markings for 2 late-war Japanese Zeros in green over gray camouflage.
One is with the 203rd Naval Flying Group at Kagoshima in June 1945.
The other with the 252nd Naval Flying Group at Mobara in February 1945.
The nice kit is a fitting tribute to Hasegawa's legacy.
Yeah, and unused parts reveal that this probably won't be the company's only new Zero.
This would seem to be the year for multiple kits of a subject.
Yeah, so far this year we've looked at 3 new tool Abrams.
And there's still one out there we haven't seen.
Indeed. This is the second M60A2 that we've looked at on the NPRD in just the last few episodes.
This time it's AFV Club's 1/35th scale Starship, as the main battle tank is known for its advanced technology and odd appearance.
It mounted a 152mm main gun capable of firing conventional rounds as well as the Shillelagh missile.
This is the second M60 from AFV Club, and it shares most of the hull parts with the A1 released last year.
Other shared parts include the wheels and road wheel arms,
return rollers,
driver's compartment,
and engine deck and vents.
New parts include the sharply molded turret, which does a nice job capturing the unique shapes,
And equipment associated with the turret, including hatches, turret baskets, commander's cupola, smoke dispensers, and optics.
the gun barrel looks terrific,
There are also new engine grills.
and tracks.
Vinyl is used for the mantlet's dust cover, commander's machine gun cover, and searchlight power cable.
Photo etch metal provides mesh for the baskets, vents, and tow cable hooks.
Clear plastic is used for periscopes, the commander's cupola vision blocks, and light lenses, including the searchlight.
A small decal sheet provides markings for 2 starships, both in variations of the Murdoch camouflage.
There's a ton of detail here, making this probably the pick of the M60A2 kits.
Finally today we have one of Eduard's weekend editions, the 1/48 scale Nieuport 11.
The nifty, nimble Nieuport proved to be more than capable of meeting German fighters when it was introduced in early 1916.
It became the mount of many French aces and allowed the Allies to briefly gain air superiority over the Western Front.
The tooling isn't brand new, but it shows the same quality and detail that Eduard has a reputation for.
Cockpit detail includes molded structural components inside the fuselage,
Floor,
seat,
controls,
and instrument panel.
with decal dials.
The fabric skin fighter doesn't have a lot of exterior detail, but what there is around the engine looks good.
The wings are single pieces with molded ribs and control surface outlines.
None of the control surfaces are separate, but the one-piece rudder should be posable.
The Larone 9C rotary engine comprises a single bank of cylinders, an intake manifold, and prop.
Other features include fine struts,
Good landing gear,
a nicely molded Lewis gun for the upper wing,
a clear windshield.
and a rigging diagram.
Decals provide markings for 2 French fighters,
The colorful ride of Lieutenant Armand Turenne with Escadrille 48,
and a camouflage bird flown by Sergeant Raoul Lufberry of Escadrille 124,
the cover subject would look stunning on a display shelf.
and eye-catching on a contest table.
Look for reviews of the M10, Zero, and M60A2 in upcoming issues of FineScale Modeler magazine.
And you can see more new products in the July issue, on sale now.
Thanks for visiting FineScale.com. I'm Aaron Skinner.
And I'm not, thankfully.
This episode of FineScale Modeler's New Product Rundown features Tamiya's M10, Hasegawa's Big Zero, AFV Club's M60A2, and Eduard's Nieuport 11.